Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and a very good day to you all. In today's video, we are going to talk about nomenclature of gears. This content is taken from Shigley Mechanical Engineering Design book from chapter 13 gears. Okay, so let's begin. Okay, in learning about gear, you have to know about gear terminology. Okay, this slide is talking about gear terminology. Okay, I really advise you when you are learning about gear, have the textbook with you, or better still, you photostat or scan the page that showing all this nomenclature, because throughout the whole chapter you will find a lot of terms. Okay, if you in while you are being familiarized with the uh, terms, with the nomenclature and everything, I'm sure you will forget. Okay, that is why you should have this this page printed beside you all the time. Okay, because when we are doing some exercise, the example we refer to the word addendum, we refer to the word face width and everything. If you have the print out with beside you, you can pinpoint where is the location of face width, where is the location of addendum and everything. Okay, so print this page. Okay, print this page from your textbook and everything. You should have it beside you when you're learning about gear. Okay. Okay, so let's begin. Terminology of spur gear teeth is illustrated in figure 13.5. This is figure 13.5. The fifth circle is theoretical circle upon which all the calculations are based. Okay, so this is the, let's say this is a cylinder. This is a circle. This is a circle. What is a fish? Okay, let me draw. Let me sketch. Let me sketch. Okay, this is a base circle. Okay, this is called the base circle. Okay, when you learning about screw, the base circle of a screw is a cylinder. When you learn about gear, also it is a base circle, is the 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 circle is, the geometry is a circle. When the geometry have a pitch like this is called a pitch. Okay, whatever that come out on from the base circle, this is called a pitch. Okay, and the pitch diameter, okay, the pitch diameter is the middle of the pitch. If the middle of the pitch, so okay, you can see in the picture, the location of a pitch circle is at the middle. You see here is, this is the gear teeth, this is the gear teeth. Okay, and then the middle one is the circular pitch circle, meaning that whenever come out from the cylinder, okay, that is the pitch, and the middle point, the diameter, is the pitch circle. Okay, the pitch circle of a pair of mating gears are tangent to each other. The pinion is smaller of two mating circle. The larger is often called the gear. So what is a pinion and what is a gear? It is the same thing, but the pinion, okay, the pinion meaning that things, one gear, let me draw. It's just a term, but actually both are gear. Both are gear. Okay. You have gear one, you have gear two. Okay. Gear one and gear two. You see gear one, gear number one, and gear number two. Gear number one is smaller and gear number two is slightly bigger. Okay. Or it can be the same size. It doesn't matter. Okay. Gear one is attached to a motor. gear 1 is attached to the motor. Whenever and gear 1 and 2 is connected. Whenever the motor is moving, it will move gear 1. Okay, and it will move gear 1 and gear 2 will also move. So because of the gear 1 is moving gear 2, this is called pinion. Okay, okay, because anything that moving anything, this is called a pinion. If if I place the motor here, motor is attached to gear 2, and gear 2 is moving gear 1, gear 2 is moving gear 1, so gear 2 is the pinion. Okay, gear 2 is the pinion. Another example is your motorcycle, is your car, your motorcycle. Okay, motorcycle. Okay, when you uh, move driving your motorcycle, the back tire, the back wheel uh, is attached to the motor, and it is going forward. It's moving the front wheel. Okay, so it is called the pinion. Also, it is also called the driver and the driven. Okay, it is the same thing, but a different terminology. Okay, it is the same thing, but the different terminology. You may find that I may mention the word driver and driven in subsequent slides, but it is the same thing. Okay, pinion and gear. Okay, so circular pitch is the distance measured from the pitch circle from a point of one tooth to a corresponding point to adjacent tooth. Thus, the circular pitch is equal to the sum of total thickness and the width of space. Okay, you can see here, this is the circular pitch. You can see this location, arrow here and arrow here. This is circular pitch. Okay, okay, circular pitch. See the arrow here, where the arrow end. Okay, where the arrow start and where the arrow end, this is the circular pitch. Okay, uh, because I emphasize this because most students does not aware of the arrow. Okay, you you see this arrow, where this arrow is located, where this arrow is end. Okay, this is the circular pitch. So the next slide talk tell about the module. Module is the ratio of the pitch diameter to the number of teeth. Okay, what is a module? It is given in the definition, ratio of pitch diameter to the number of teeth. So let's say this is a base circle, and then this is a pitch. Okay, it says the ratio of the pitch diameter. And where is the pitch? The pitch is located at the middle of the pitch. This is called the pitch diameter. Okay, so if you count the number of teeth, let's say in my drawing, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 teeth in my drawing. In if you can let's say this is a toy. Okay, this is a toy. There are five. Okay, there are five pitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's say the diameter is the middle of the of this fish. And you if you know the diameter, okay, you divide the teeth over the diameter. Okay, no, you divide the diameter over the number of teeth, and then you get the module. Okay, you can see the bigger the module. Okay, meaning the bigger the teeth. Okay, bigger meaning the bigger teeth. The smaller the module, the smaller the teeth. Okay, um, Okay, the customary unit length used is millimeter, and the module is the index to size in SI. Okay, standard international unit. The diameter pitch is the ratio of the number of teeth to the gear to the pitch diameter. Thus, it is reciprocal to the module since diameter pitch is only used with uh, US unit. It is expressed as teeth per inch. Remember, the unit is teeth per inch. What does it mean by teeth per inch? If you have the ruler with you, yes, this is the ruler. Just found the ruler. What is an inch? Okay, okay. Here, this is inch. 1 inch. You can see 1 inch. Okay. So if you put this gear inside 1 inch, how many gear is in 1 inch? Let's say this is a gear. This is a toy, not a gear, but the feature is like a gear. If you put, if I put this gear into 1 inch, how many teeth? It is one teeth. It is one teeth. Okay. If you take any gear, you put into 1 inch, you count how many gear. This is how many teeth. Okay, you may get 3, 4 teeth. You may get, if the gear is so small, you can get many teeth. Okay, it is called teeth per inch. Okay, so gear terminology, the addendum and the dedendum. What is addendum? What is dedendum? The addendum is a radial distance between the top line and the pitch circle. Okay, you see when the slide is mentioning about addendum, you see where is the location of addendum. Here is addendum, and here is dedendum, and here is top line. This is the top line. Okay, uh, and B, redundant B radial distance from the bottom line. Where is the bottom line? Here is the bottom line. Okay, that is why it is important for you to print out this slide, or for you to print out the page from the textbook beside you, so you can see where is the location of the terms mentioned here, and bring it when you are studying this chapter. Okay, you will find it very helpful to you. Okay, the whole depth h t is the sum of addendum and dedendum. Okay, the clearance circle is the circle that is tangent to the dedendum circle to the of the mating gear. So you can see here, if you can divide the page into two, page circle and page circle. Okay, the upper one is addendum, the bottom one is dedendum. Okay, upper one is addendum, bottom one is dedendum. Okay, the clearance is the amount of by which the addendum give in a given circle axis the addendum of its mating gear. The backlash is the amount of which the width of the tooth space is exceed the thickness of engaging tooth measured in page circle. What is a clearance? Okay, everything must have clearance, because to allow space, some space. Okay, when both gears are mating, okay, like my hand here, let's say my hand, this is one gear, this is one gear I made. Okay, okay, there is a space, there will be a space. Where is, okay, you can see there is a space. This space is called clearance. This is space is called clearance. Why clearance is important? Because whenever the gear, one gear touches another gear, it touches to the bottom line of the gear, meaning that the gear is have to be changed. Meaning that the gear is already wear and tear happen, and it should be changed. Uh, because I'll talk about this later on in the subsequent videos. But basically, um, force, okay, contact surface is only at the uh, side. One side here, one side here. This is have two sides contact. If you have three side contact, one side, two side, left side, right side, and bottom side contact, meaning that the force is taken three times to avoid the overcome the contact, meaning that uh, you may find fuel consumption is slightly higher. You will find electrical consumption should be higher. Uh, that is why the clearance must be given. Also, the clearance is there for you put some lubricant, we put some grease to make it the gear become efficient. Everything. Okay, later on you will learn friction will happen, and wear and tear also happen. This is normal for everything. Okay. So this is the equation for gear. Okay, from the textbook, it says that you should prove for yourself the validity of the following useful relation. So this is the pitch diameter. This is equation pitch diameter. This is the module d over n. Okay. Uh, like I always say, when you are learning about equation, always uh, always say it as a full name. Like here, you don't say as P equals to N over D. You must say pitch diameter P equals N number of teeth over D. Pitch diameter. Okay? Because uh, because the term is different. This textbook, this topic about gear mention P is a number of teeth. In another chapter on this textbook, chapter screw, N is the revolution. N is the revolution per minute. Though it is different, so you will confuse. Okay. In another chapter, P is the pressure. In another topic, in another textbook, in another subject, you find P is representing pressure. So this topic, P is representing pitch. So that is why it is advisable to you to mention it as a full name while you are familiarized. Later on, when you are familiarized with it, okay, then never mind. Okay, uh, then this is the equation P equals to pi over D. I also suggest you to print out this page. Okay, to print out from the photostat from your textbook. Okay, uh, bring out to you whenever you learn about gear, because this equation will help you a lot. Okay, we will use this equation throughout the chapter for the gear. Okay, so that's all for the video today. We see you in the next video on conjugate action. So thank you very much.